All right, my butterflies. So today we're going to do a tarot reading on what you need to hear right now in regard to your love life. If there's anything that spirit feels needs to be brought to your attention at this time, already the Six of Pentacles is wanting to jump out. So equal reciprocity, I feel, is something that is a big factor in your relationships, and not just romantic, friendships, co-workers, family, whatever the case may be. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get right into this. So Archangel Michael, what does the collective need to hear right now in regard to their love life? And the first thing I picked up on was the word ambivalence, and I'm seeing the Two of Swords, so kind of being at a crossroads. Yeah, we have this Three of Swords. So this is giving me the air of some type of betrayal or going through some type of separation, grief, heartbreak. I just heard like a shocking attack, deception of some sort, okay? And the sword suit talks about our mental. So this is definitely giving mental turmoil right now, going through a lot of grief. Archangel Michael, can you please okay. Yeah. We have this Ten of Cups, but it tried to fall out in reverse. 101 on the timer. Throat chakra. And I'm hearing something about someone wearing a mask and not fully expressing their truth. And with this Ten of Cups trying to fall out in reverse, this definitely gives the air of broken relationships. I'm hearing like broken engagements or something being broken off. But either way, I'm hearing some type of separation, whether this is something that is taking place currently or something that could be taking place in the future. 1, 2, 3 that you're picking up on intuitively. Or this could have been something that happened in the past, because we are in retrograde season. So it is common that a lot of exes will show up, and a lot of previous emotions, if left undealt with, will resurface, okay? So I feel like you could be dealing with some of this as well. Picking up on people of the past feeling like they missed out on you. But also I feel like, in a sense, you're kind of looking back and reminiscing on the things that you've been through, okay? Especially in regard to love. And it's kind of giving you this air to be able to reflect on what you want and what you don't want, which is something that you might not have been able to have like a firm grasp on before. Yeah, Page of Cups. So this is telling me like possibly a new relationship, but it's also giving like intuitive messages. So you could be energetically picking up on somebody's grief and heartbreak at this time. 222 on the timer. So I'm feeling called to say that if you're feeling like an influx of like negative emotional energy or just like sadness, and you know that it's not you, this could definitely be a counterpart from the past is what I'm hearing. But also with this Page of Cups, this talks about intuitive messages, listening to intuitive messages of some sort. This is also kind of like the When Pigs Fly card. So like it can be new relationships or just simply having that like childlike faith and spontaneity. This is also giving the air of childhood healing, like healing the inner child as well. I don't know why I just heard spirit say ego death. So there could be somebody going through an ego death, or I'm hearing that there was someone who triggered an ego death for somebody else. That could also be the case. Yeah, we have the Ten of Wands. So this is definitely giving the air of like feeling overburdened. This is giving me different energies, honestly. I feel like what spirit is saying is that in the past you have had to deal with people who have kind of stepped over your boundaries, people who didn't really give that equal reciprocity like you needed, hence why that is something that is a big deal within your relationships now. Because before, when you didn't have those boundaries up and when people were able to prey on your vulnerabilities and insecurities, this led to a lot of grief and heartbreak, which is why you're able to figure out what you want and what you don't want from relationships at this point in time. And also, like, with that comes a lot of self-worth. So I feel like with this, when you have that internally, it kind of reflects externally. So I also feel like people could be seeing you stepping into a new era. And I just heard spirit say not taking any BS. So that's another thing I'm picking up on. And healing your inner child. Healing those things that make you feel incomplete. Or healing those subconscious things that are overburdening you right now. And if that's not something you're doing, spirit is saying this is kind of like a remedy. 404 on my timer as I say this, okay? If you're feeling overburdened, especially by a lot of trauma, grief, relationship wise or just familial wise, it would be a good time to do some releasing, okay? Especially now, because the current theme is, you know, kind of being quiet and planning, but also with the eclipse that we just had, it's releasing, okay? Going out with a bang. It's a lot of crazy stuff happening around this time too. And I'm also hearing with this Ten of Wands, like it's the energy, my right eye just started twitching, so I feel like that could be significant. People not respecting your healing. That's the energy it's giving. Like people coming around you who try to claim that they have good intentions, but in all reality, it's like they come and they place their burdens on you, not even regarding what you have going on, if that makes sense. Okay? And I feel like right now this is also confirmation of you being in a state of healing. And I also feel like there could have been some type of situation where someone was overburdened and it caused them to retreat. I don't know what that is, 5:05 on my timer, but I'm hearing a specific situation where somebody maybe did too much and caused somebody to kind of retreat. And I feel like that's where that Two of Swords came in that I was picking up on. I'm hearing being caught between a pimp and a hard place. What is that, Friday after next? When he's like, Donna, pimp down! That's what the fuck I'm hearing. That's what I'm hearing. Yeah, Queen of Wands. And it's crazy because this is the card I was thinking of next. In the sense of, like, I feel like you are, whether you're feminine or masculine, you're somebody who is not only able to be self-sufficient, but you're somebody who is able to help others, okay? But at this point in time, I feel like you are taking a very serious approach when it comes to your healing. And because of this is like, I don't know how to describe it. I'm seeing like the sun, like somebody walking around and just shining and glowing. Like your energy, 555 on the timer as I say this, your energy speaks for itself. And because of the fact that you're doing a lot of healing and removing and releasing. And I'm hearing scrubbing. I'm seeing like somebody scrubbing. Okay, so because of you're doing this, you're releasing that emotional baggage. And this is helping you to feel freer and lighter. I'm seeing the Knight of Wands. We have Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, and Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. That has come out so far. Don't have any major arcanas yet, right as I said that. Major arcana. Yeah, we got Judgment. So this is talking about some type of new phase. This can mean redemption, forgiveness, and mercy. But I also feel like, how do I say this? I feel like people are realizing how serious that you've been taking your healing, and that is reflecting in your love life. In the sense that you're not putting up with things that you used to put up with anymore. Okay? I don't know if there was like a habit in the past of, I'm hearing like pushing down your own feelings at the expense of others and people-pleasing tendencies, things of that nature. But this is definitely a new phase and people see that. Yeah, we got the Gemini energy that popped out, the Lovers card. And I feel like, too, this is bringing in, like, what I was having a conversation with a friend in regard to the 707 on the timer. But when you start dealing with these certain shadows and these certain generational curses that you're trying to break and move through, it frees you. And not only that, but it's almost like the energy, like when you clear things out and clean things out, it opens that energy up for abundance. But it also does the same thing within love, because you're able to attract that frequency in, because you're no longer vibrating from the energy of, you know, trauma and pain and carrying that with you. And I'm not saying it's a negative thing that you do, because everybody has their baggage, but you don't deserve to carry that with you. You don't deserve to, you don't deserve to carry that weight. And I feel that throat chakra is definitely a big issue here, or maybe not a big issue, but like a something to focus on, whether that be expressing your truth, or for certain people it could also be learning to let things go, because that's definitely been a theme. Okay, but either way, I feel like there's been some type of judgment in regard to a love situation. Yeah, that's crazy. The Aquarius card fell out in reverse, the Star card, like somebody losing faith and losing hope. That's what I'm getting. I feel like there was a situation where somebody did too much and you're trying to go back and forth. 811 on the timer as I said this. And I feel like there's been like a loss of faith within love in general. But Spirit's letting you know this is a new phase. And the reason why things have been moving a little bit slower than what you would have liked is because good things take time and good things come to those who wait. But I do feel like you guys have been experiencing that loss of faith. Like feeling like maybe you don't have anybody to run to. And sometimes it makes it a little bit harder to, like, 12:44 on the clock. I'm hearing somebody say, it's not that you're dependent on having a partner, but it makes things easier, if that makes sense. Like, this is coming from a place, I feel, of somebody who is already perfectly comfortable being alone. It's more so them, you know, manifesting and waiting for certain things to come to fruition, but losing hope because of certain things that they're going through. The Spirit is letting you know there's hope at the end of the tunnel, because I'm seeing, even though this is in reverse, I still take it as a light being at the end of the tunnel. I'll put it like that, especially in the love department, okay? So we got Aquarius and Gemini here. Yeah, I'm telling you. I feel like somebody made a decision to walk away, okay? Whether this was in the past or whether this was a recent situation, and you could even be picking up on this past person's feelings now, but you chose to walk away and you chose yourself because you lost faith in a certain situation and somebody did too much. I heard overstepped a boundary. Yeah, we have the Ace of Cups. And I'm also hearing something about, like, let me pull one more card before I fully speak. Hold on, see if we can get one more out. Yeah, the Seven of Cups. So I feel like there was some type of illusion, okay?